You know what it is! It's Taco Tuesday!
There's an old adage that time in the market beats time in the market. Although we're still seeing record lows for volume on OpenSea, and I think a lot of the more promising upcoming NFT projects are still waiting for better or improved macro market conditions before they begin to roll out, I'm here to tell you right now that there are plenty of opportunities in the current NFT market. So today I want to focus on those opportunities, mainly looking at upcoming collections where it is very, very early, with my goal being just to put these projects on your guys' radar. In the current market, the main meta is free mints and very, very cheap mints. So if you guys are early enough, you're mainly looking at low risk with a chance of high reward. Before we jump into things, make sure you guys hammer the like button, subscribe to the channel, and then comment down below your thoughts on these NFT projects and if there's others that I didn't include in today's video that you want me to check out. In last week's video, I covered the Potatoz in detail, talking about how bullish I was. The floor price at the time was sitting at 0.7 ETH, and these things actually pumped over the weekend to as high as 1.5 ETH. Floor sitting at about 1.15 now, but it is extremely thin back up to, 1.2, even 1.3. I definitely expect these things to pump. We're seeing a bit of a pullback now, which could be an opportunity. Memeland just tweeted recently on their official Twitter about their stake to win process, which I brought up when I was covering the Potatoz. Basically, you will be able to stake your Potatoz for a chance to win tickets. These tickets are going to be for these weekly prize draws or raffles. And some of the prizes are going to be the MVP collection, which is sitting at, 30 ETH right now. I'm sure they're not going to give away too many of those, but either way, a chance at 30 ETH is insane. The Potatoz themselves, which are sitting around 1.2, you'll be able to win more of those, and you will be able to unstake them at any time. So they're not going to be locked up for a certain time period. Even if you don't win, you can unstake them. The key thing is that the more you stake, the longer you stake, the higher your odds. So my guess is staking is probably going to come sometime this week, potentially with the third stage of reveal. So we'll potentially see more traits for the Potatoz and actually get to see what the Potatoz character looks like. Either way, huge opportunity here. Definitely keep your guys' eyes on Memeland and the Potatoz throughout the week. When I'm assessing what projects to cover on the channel or in any of my videos, the number one metric that I use, or number one trait, is uniqueness. Is a project doing something that is new, creative, innovative, refreshing that we haven't seen already done before? Because let's face it, a lot of the projects that happen in the NFT space are copycats, whether it's directly through the art or it's, directly a derivative, or if it's just by copying, the same kind of roadmap or type of utility. For the most part, we see a lot of the same stuff. This is why Cel Mates caught my eye, and it's really embracing the style of the artist McBess. So McBess is an artist that I've actually been following for a few months now. I was introduced by Motion Marcus, who is the artist behind Invisible Friends. I think he just liked and retweeted some of McBess's work, which caught my eye, and then I followed. And so we'll head over to their foundation just to give you guys an idea of what the style and inspiration will be for this greater collection. McBess does something interesting, and that's using strictly black and white, which we really haven't seen done successfully by any big NFT collection out there. So that is one part that is unique. Whether people are going to actually like that or not, we'll have to just wait and see when we actually see more sneak peeks and teases of what the greater collection will be. But the art is going to be inspired by like old cartoons. Like I said, it's animated. There's a ton of motion going on, in these characters' bodies, which is very interesting. It's trippy, almost like Alice in Wonderland in a way. Back to Cel Mates, their website was up and open for 24 hours over the weekend. Unfortunately, I didn't get a screen share or any big screenshots of the site. There wasn't too much critical information. It was just kind of a little bit of story into, the warden, how it has this, jail story and lore around it, who the team members were, the fact that the Discord is going to be only for Cel Mates, which I think is the key alpha here. I don't believe Cel Mates is going to be a project where you can Discord grind to get whitelisted. I could be wrong. This is just pure speculation, but it seems like it's either going to be for those who have whitelist or for holders only. So I don't know if they're going to just have, Twitter engagement be the route for whitelisting people, if they're going to have fan art or any kind of art competitions, or maybe they do have a Discord and that's how you're able to get whitelisted. That's just kind of my speculation. So right now, there is not a Discord for Cel Mates. Valhalla is an upcoming project that I think is very low key right now. They've only got about 5,000 followers, but there's definitely some potential here. Heading over to their website, you guys can see a peek of kind of the characters. They talk about how Valhalla is going to be a utility-enabled PFP project for gaming and streetwear enthusiasts. And they talk about, you know, exclusive community events and digital drops. The team had an AMA in their Discord, I believe. I missed it, but I did hear the recording. And, you know, the team, they all are from kind of gaming backgrounds and then very much into streetwear, like skate culture, which I think a lot of people in the NFT space are very much into streetwear and gaming. So having a project like this makes a ton of sense. Why am I bullish? First off, we have the core team here. They're all fully doxed. You guys can get a sense of, you know, who they are, their experience in the past, who they've worked for, the roles they've been in, which is really good because here, you know, it's very reputable, you know, organizations, MIT, Google, Uber, Goldman. They're also a Series A startup. So they also already have investors that are backing this thing, which is rare. Like, I feel like we don't see that enough. The purpose of Valhalla is that they're building a streaming platform called Stacks. It's basically going to compete against, you know, YouTube and Twitch, be basically a Web3 streaming platform, powering the creators, giving them some kind of token that will serve as governance for the platform, how the algorithm works, all the functionality that basically puts more ownership into the creators that are on the platform. That's kind of all we know at this point. I think this is a project that has potential with real builders who actually, you know, are from professional backgrounds. One to keep your guys' eyes on. Next, we've got 1984, established 2022, based out of LA. Don't be late. With 22,000 followers, I don't think we're late here. Decently early, but someone put this on my radar a few days ago. I kind of slept on it just because I feel like we've seen this kind of art many times before. It's nothing new. It's anime, cartoony style, but the marketing that they've done in the few tweets that they've had is something that did catch my eye. For instance, they already have a theme song here that is linked on TikTok that you guys can check out. Pretty well done, solid engagement across the board on all their tweets. And then I saw this one with Casey Neistat where I was like, okay, hold on a second. Casey was actually starred in this promo trailer with 1984, and they also shared a behind the scenes video on how the whole thing was made. It very much has this retro tech feel to it. If you guys have ever seen Dr. Disrespect or are familiar with his streams, it's that same kind of style, which I just think is really dope. But seeing the behind the scenes of the trailer video, there is a quality in the production for what they've put out so far that a lot of projects I don't think can replicate. And that quality of production requires capital and money and investment. So 1984 is not just going to be another regular project. There's definitely something special here. They do have a closed Discord. I believe they've shared links in the past. So you guys are going to want to follow them. Turn on your notifications so you guys can get in that Discord server because they're telling you right here, don't be late. For these next couple projects, it's going to be a bit more rapid fire because there's not a lot of information, few tweets. I think some of these projects are ones that are kind of waiting for improved market conditions, but nonetheless, you guys are going to want to follow them. So we're starting off with Ether. It's going to be a supply of 10,000 collectibles, and it's going to be by V, or Vision of V. Literally only have 2 tweets, but these 2 tweets alone have made so many people bullish in a lot of the alpha groups and closed groups that I'm in. People already are rocking this as like their header on Discord and Twitter. And yeah, it's just like 2 images that kind of give you an idea of the character or kind of the greater world that's being created with Ether. Ether only having 2 tweets and being verified speaks volumes alone, but the artist behind it is going to be V, or Vision of V. Checking out is super rare. There is an immense level of quality in what he has on here, and you can see that people are massive fans of his work. You know, we're seeing sales of 5, 8 ETH, 7.8 ETH. It's super early, but I just love the branding for Ether. I love what we've seen so far. A lot of the right people are following this account, so I think a lot of people are quite bullish. It's going to be one that you're going to keep your eyes on. Once again, not a lot of details. We have a Solana project, the first Solana project of the video, and that's going to be Lily. The reason I found this project, or how it was kind of put on my radar, was through Frank from D Gods. He actually kind of co-signed it, saying, you know, let's go, and he shouted out Bunjil. Hopefully I pronounced that correctly. But he seems to be definitely like a decent sized influencer artist in the space. He's worked on 2 different projects already that you guys can find linked on his website here. And those are going to be Lotus Gang and the Rat Pack, which are both Sol-based projects. My guess is that these projects will definitely have chances to get whitelisted for Lily. Pure speculation, but that would be a solid bet just based on what we've seen in the past. And for Bunjo, man, I just love his art style. Just really like, you know, kind of his aesthetic and what he's created on here. And I think that's why Lily also stood out to me. The meta is still very much around free mints. So we've got Nakeds here, which is going to be a supply of 5,555. You guys can check out their pre-mint link that is in their bio to register and get a chance at minting or whitelist. The mint is August 6th, which is pretty quick, but it just kind of goes around like, I don't know, send nudes. Like it's just kind of like a fun 8-bit art design. This looks like it's kind of inspired by punks here, but yeah, this could be one that people like. I'm not exactly sure. It could do absolutely nothing. It might not even mint out, but just wanted to put it on your guys' radar. A free mint that does have a ton of hype around it is Bad Birds. This is going to be a very, very small supply, 555. They're all going to be animated, which is cool and well done. Once again, pre-mint link is in their bio if you guys want to register for that. And yeah, it looks like the mint is set for August 3rd. So that kind of gives you, you know, 2 days, I guess, to sign up and register if you guys are interested. Here's kind of the art design. You know, they are going to be animated. We've seen this style used a lot for a lot of the alpha groups that are out there. They have a small supply with kind of animated animals. So it's kind of fitting that same thing that we've seen in the past. One thing I will say for Bad Birds though, and something to keep in mind for Nakeds, is that the free mints that seem to have a ton of hype around them typically don't do as well as you would think. It's more or less the free mints where there's not a lot of people talking about them that are the ones that kind of pop off. So something to keep in mind. The one thing I'll say with Bad Birds is that supply is so low, I think it would be hard for it not to do something considering it's a free mint. I don't expect this project to be a free mint, but it's Ikigai. Hopefully I pronounced that correctly. It looks like it's going to be a supply of 777, only 1,700 followers right now. It's really taking on that Japanese aesthetic. Potentially is going to have more of an anime art style. I'm not sure, but I am sure that the founder behind it is Cabra, someone that I follow, really has great threads about just the space in general and research, and someone who's definitely active in the community. You can see kind of the Ikigai project deck is here, which looks, you know, really cool, really clean. Cabra just a few days ago put out this tweet that he's been building Ikigai for the past 5 months, and it's on its final stretch before launch or before we actually start to see the product being rolled out. So still very early. You guys can expect more tweets, sneak peeks, all of that to be coming very, very soon. This one could definitely have a lot of potential when you have someone like Cabra, very involved in the space, knows how things work, what does well and what doesn't, and hopefully is going to put out a really successful project. That'll wrap it up for today's video. I hope you guys found some of these projects interesting or cool to you. Definitely let me know in the comments down below. If you guys enjoyed the video, hammer the like button, subscribe to the channel, and until next time, I'm out.